I'm working on it. Thanks to all of those who alerted me or sent me messages. But thanks most of all to DR Studios. I forgot to mention this in my last video. With all due respect to the team that put together the original port, the work that DR Studios has done in less than a year is nothing short of astonishing. Phones and tablets finally have Terraria as it was meant to be. You can see from the background that I've got the new update streaming from my phone, no problems there. And I'm still getting used to having Terraria 1.3 on my phone at long last, and not some compromised version. The menus, the content, the user interface, it's all so much more robust. I feel like I'm learning a new language though. But let's get to the developer commentary. First, I wanted to go back to the post announcing Mobile 1.3. The penultimate challenge, the battle versus the lunar cultists, celestial pillars, and the Moon Lord himself. They said the penultimate challenge. Penultimate means next to the last. It doesn't mean final. So, was this just a minor grammatical error that I'm nitpicking, or does it hint at some endgame challenge they have in store for 1.4? As I recall, they'd talked about toying with the idea of having some additional endgame content, maybe in 1.4. Not necessarily a boss after the Moon Lord fight, but maybe an endgame challenge of some sort. So, could this be a hint? Now, away from the speculative and tinfoil hat material and onto something more concrete. Loki wrote, "Left stick fly getting a major upgrade in the first wave, and more love in second wave, so hang on for that." And he shared this video. He wrote, "Flight improvement." So they are paying attention to that, and they're going to be working on the jump mechanics, the flying mechanics, all that sort of thing. That left stick is being tweaked and optimized, and they seem to be accepting feedback, which is certainly important. Yeezy Ecor Gang wrote, "Did the range for tile building decrease?" Loki was there to answer, and he wrote, "Mobile had unlimited range, now it matches PC. The build and dig range is now as designed." That was another mobile change Code Glue had made. And Code Glue, of course, was the previous mobile developer. Loki continued, "Also, better left stick flight coming very soon, and then better left stick jump behind that. Maybe even an option for old left jump via settings." So maybe they're walking back very slightly their claim that the old controls won't return. I know they're not saying that the entire old control scheme will return, but maybe little pieces of it that people love and don't want to let go of, maybe they'll have that as an option. Pookie wrote, "Xenix, when is 1.4 coming out on mobile?" Xenix replied, "After it is done for PC." Well, they've said that 1.4 should be out before the end of the year, but as I said in the previous video, we still have 1.3.1, 1.3.2, 1.3.3, and 1.3.4 to go before we even get to discussing mobile 1.4. So there are a lot of things yet to be done before we can really talk about Journey's End for mobile. Xenix also wrote, "Mods won't likely ever be on mobile. That is 100% out of our hands." And what she probably means by that is the fact that the new mobile code much more closely tracks the current PC code from what they've said, and you've probably heard that the current PC code simply doesn't allow for much in the way of modding. If there's any modding, it's kind of tricky and difficult to do. That's just how the game was made. And it's one of the things I'd like to see change in any potential sequel, but suffice it to say, the likelihood of a large mod scene for Mobile 1.3, not impossible, but probably pretty slim. FanX wrote, "Xenix, is it possible if Relogic will be doing Terraria 2, like 3D World, not 2D?" Xenix's answer, "Probably not. Our team specializes in 2D. Now, I don't have a problem with that. One of the appeals for me is the kind of retro aesthetic, the side-scrolling nature of it. I don't need a 3D Terraria. John asked, Loki, any info on when it might come for Amazon? Loki's answer, Amazon after fixes, John. Loki also wrote, after fixes are done, and Amazon, we haven't forgotten about you, then the next wave will be customization and controllers. Details and timing to be determined. I do like gamepads, and so the thought of using a gamepad with the phone on Mobile 1.3 is not unappealing. Unknown wrote Line 4s. Will there be different forms of lighting in the future like on PC? Line 4s responded, we are hoping to add improved lighting later, yes. Sonic Hero commented, it looks unusual to me. And Neviskio from DR Studios, the team that brought us Mobile 1.3, was there to answer. Neviskio wrote, keep in mind the lighting is set to trippy from old PC 1.3.0.7, so it's bound to be different than current PC and old mobile. Line 4s wrote, just an FYI to anyone with the Golem summoning issue. The issue only happens if you're holding the power cell in your active slot. If it's in your inventory in any other slot, it should summon the Golem normally. So if anyone's had any trouble there you go. 'Twas nothing. Whoa, easy fellas. Mr. Game Theory also made this post on the Terraria Discord for those who were interested. Amazing news for passionate members of the Terraria community. We are thrilled to announce that we will be extending the application phase for the Terraria community team until September 1st. We are still reviewing applications, so don't worry about sending another if you have applied already. We currently have space available in the following branches: Event Branch, Developer Branch, Translator Branch, News Branch, that would be my favorite, Terraria University Branch, Art Branch, Writing Branch, Lore Branch, and the Social Media Branch. We are organizing many exciting community projects and events across the entire Terraria community, including Discord, Steam, Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, Instagram, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, iOS, Android, and the forums. If you love the Terraria community and you want to join the team that helps make this community so epic, then please apply here. Space is limited, so fill out your application before it is too late. And I'll just conclude with a remark that if you're wondering about setting up a multiplayer server or about the controls, if you go to the recent State of the Game post or root around the official forums, there are guides that Loki has posted on there that don't really require a video on my part to explain. Those guides are again online. You can find them through the official forums. I'll link again to the State of the Game post announcing the Mobile 1.3 release, and you can scroll down and it should be there. I'll also link to that community team application that was just mentioned as well, so if you're interested in using that form, just check the video description below and it ought to be there. Anyway, thanks for watching. There's still a lot obviously being done to the game, and there are a lot of hot fixes and stuff like that. The game is apparently selling very well, which is certainly very nice to see. When I checked earlier this afternoon, just after lunchtime, it looked like it was only behind Minecraft in the top sellers on the Play Store for Android devices. I don't know how it's doing on the Apple's store, but suffice it to say that the 1.3 patch is certainly driving traffic and sales to Terraria, which is excellent. So I'm sure we're well above the 27 million lifetime sales at this point. It just remains to be seen exactly how many the Switch version and the new mobile version are going to drive, but I'm sure they'll announce at the appropriate time. Anyway, stay tuned to the channel for further updates. As I mentioned in the previous video, I'll try to do a Let's Play at some point in the relatively near future. I just have to get some work done on that. It doesn't happen automatically, obviously. So anyway, thanks for your patience if you're waiting for something like that. And thanks for watching this far if you're still here listening to me ramble. So again, I'll see you again soon. See you next time. Thanks again.